Hola!
Hola!
We already came to Spain, and when you think about the words van life in Spain, what comes to your mind?
Yeah.
Maybe crowded beaches with a camper and parket next to each other. Horrible idea. We have a pro tip for you.
Whenever people say that wild camping or van life in Spain is horrible, it's because they are just sitting there on the coastal line with others.
Yeah,
like
in the parking.
lots. So
Exactly.
go away from there. Drive inland. Much more beautiful. You can be here all alone.
Stunning scenery.
And the weather is quite good, even if it's almost winter at the moment here.
Yeah, it has been a couple of freezing nights. Now that we have lived on the road with our self-renovated camper, let's go through some things that we are happy about it and what has broken.
Our truck is 2005 Navarra, Nissan Navarra, and it's old of course, but it's still working quite good. There is still some missing power, and it's doing jumping when we are going to the uphills. So while driving here to Spain, we were driving with the third gear on the uphills in the motorways. That's how bad it is. But we are trying to find the reason for it. Just have to get the rest of the 60% power when we are going uphills. It's quite awkward to drive 70 kilometers per hour. First few weeks it was horrible to be in a camper when it's wobbling. Yeah, it's more wobbly than the van. But we did actually raise the pressure on the air suspension, so now it's more stable. And you get used to things. So even if this is a little bit wobbly still, it's not that bad. So I think we have like 2.8 bars at the moment in air suspension, and it's stabilized a lot.
Of course we have an option to put the legs on when we are parked, and then the camper is totally steady, but we are so lazy to put the legs down. Look, we have a leveler, we rarely use those either. There will be some signs that we are in Spain. Lovely food, fridge full of good food. We had some problems with our freezer fridge. It did leak bunch of water to the floor, and we replaced it before we hit the road. And this one has so much more quieter sound. It's very silent. It still creates some moisture inside of the fridge, but it does not leak. So I think it works okay. The notorious loft bed. I have always hated the bunk beds and beds where the ceiling is very low. The space is still quite tight, but Joni is such a sweetheart, so I can sleep in this wider section. And nowadays I even come here voluntarily to read a book or something. And we absolutely love our big skylight that we installed. This is my favorite part of the camper build. Yeah, it gives a lot of room here.
We were thinking about installing those roof vents. Max fans. But we prefer more light and big window to open.
Yeah, and it gives a lot of nice breeze when we open the big window. And also small window from the bed section. And it's so toasty sometimes here during the freezing nights. The bed is so high up. But also this is not toasty when it's hot. It surprises me how can it be.
We were thinking about this will be a really hot place to be when it's full sun, like days like this, but it has been quite comfy.
Yeah.
When you open that window and let the breeze go through the camper, it's good.
Yeah, and we always use a big comforter, which is made for winter.
Nowadays we are diesel heater users, so we don't heat our truck camper during the night time. Just in the morning time when we wake up, we put it in the high, so 2 kilowatts, and let it warm up the camper in the morning time. Diesel heater, it works great. It takes a lot of energy. It's 120 watts for 6 minutes when it startups, but 2 kilowatts, it's a lot on the full scheme. On the lower end, we can use it as 700 watts of heating power, but this box is so well insulated that 700 watts that this gives, it's too much when it's freezing cold. That is always a problem with the diesel heaters. When you have a Truma gas heater, it starts and stops when it's needed. This keeps it somewhere around 24 when it's freezing cold, and that is too much for us. Bimobil has insulated this box really well. It's 4 centimeters of thin film type insulation, and even in the freezing cold nights, we didn't use any heater during the night time. The temperature stays inside over 10 degrees, so it's a really good temperature to sleep. Little cold, but not too cold. I don't know when we need to use the heater the whole night, maybe when it's minus 10 or something. So, small box, good insulation, no need for heating. We don't get the diesel from our diesel tank, but we bought separate tank for the diesel. I made this entrapment below our camper, and there's a couple of problems with this. For example, it doesn't get any replacement air. So whenever we are using the heater, we have to open the cork so we can get the replacement air to pump the diesel to the heater. Also, I made a copper pipe that goes through the lid of this canister, and I used epoxy glue to seal it up, but it got cracked. I don't know what I'm going to use next, or just put more epoxy glue. There is like ready going through pipes that you can install here, but they cost like 100 euros. I just want to find a way doing this cheaply. This was the copper pipe. I think it was 10 cents, and that's it. I don't want to spend 100 euros for it. Otherwise, it's working great. It has been heating our mornings greatly. Navarra has a problem of the frame can be cut half when the frames get rusty. We got a lot of comments about that, and well, I can show you some pictures here, but to me and to my friend, the frame looks pretty good. Yeah, there is some rust, of course, 20-year-old camper, but there ain't like structural problems, and I think that frame will be good for maybe next decade or two. I'm pleased that we did put our water tank cork here, because it's so much easier to fill up the tank rather than filling up from here. Yeah, much easier, and 80 liters has been little too little. I would like to have like 110 liters like we had in our van.
We did have a cubic mini wood stove in our van, and we opted for a bigger version in this camper van, mainly because there was a space for it, and second reason is the door and place where you put the fire logs is a little bigger. Even though the smaller cup version worked wonders, it did heat our camper van perfectly and was big enough. It was so annoying to cut all the logs to the tiny little pieces, so we feel like this bigger door is better in that sense, because we are lazy.
The kitchen is small and compact, but it works wonders. We were planning to buy 2-burner hob here, but the problems on those hobs were the bigger burner was always in the back. We don't want it. We want the bigger burner to be here and the smaller on the back. So we ditched that idea and bought 1-burner stove. I haven't actually thought about the 2-burner stove at all, so this works great. We did put this grid here so we can have some extra counter space, and also we can use this table over here. So every kitchen you don't have enough counter space, but this has worked for us, and we do every food inside of that van every day, so it's important for us.
We still have a mixed feelings about our bathroom. We did renovate it a bit. We don't like the paint that we used because it chips, and also it's kind of annoying to take showers indoors because we have to take the toilet out and also the wooden railing. So we prefer taking outdoor showers. Otherwise, we are really happy that we replaced the cassette toilet with the composting toilet. And we also have a bidet faucet.
As you can see, the batteries are at the moment full, so we don't have any problem with the power. The water heater, the thermal boiler that we have, it has been working like 10 times, I think. And now it's struggling for some reason. I think the fire detection stick is malfunctioning at the moment. Yeah, 20-year-old boiler, so it's not really a surprise that something breaks. I'm full-time student and I'm studying like 6 hours per day, and that takes a lot of energy. That's why I bought small HP laptop. Well, why? I did buy a new laptop when we have a good gaming laptop. Well, this takes only 20 watts while you are doing editing of the code, while gaming laptop takes something around 60 to 70 watts, so 3 times less.
So our pro tip is drive to Spain, sunny Spain, and put plenty of solar panels on your roof.
We have 710 watts of solar on the roof, and the maximum input that we have seen is 650 watts.
Yeah, go overboard. You want credit?
Yeah.
We didn't.
Because don't think those good sunny days. Think of those rainy days, and when you have to park your van to the shade. Those days.
Yeah, exactly. In the past few episodes, I have complained a lot about walking from the truck part to the camper part and how weird it is. You have to go outside to be in your home, and somebody comments on our channel that you get used to it, and guess what? I did. Now it doesn't feel weird at all. It's amazing how us humans will adapt. When we bought the camper van, Jani promised, this white sheet is mine, but now because Jani studies, he kinda invaded the whole space.
But yeah, the space itself, it's compact. It's really compact. It's like 4 square meters of less space than in a van.
Yeah, 20%. We did count it.
But still, we don't feel that this is too small. We got a lot of comments that we bought too small.
Yeah.
That if you buy a smaller camper, it's not an upgrade.
Yeah, and why do you move from van to even something smaller? People just don't compute that.
Yeah. But we did fit all our belongings here.
Yeah.
We are not overweight. And we are really pleased with the space. There's nothing extra.
Except those bugs.
Except those bugs, smelly bugs, they come inside. But it's enough.
Yeah, we have basic needs. We can cook our food, store our food, go to toilet, go to shower, travel, live a happy life.
Yeah.
Have a bunch of clothes so that we don't have to do that much laundry. Not much toys, unfortunately.
Not much toys. I think that is only that we cannot take here. Hobbies. We have to consider our hobbies that they don't take space.
Yeah, our feet are our hobbies, so we will go walking.
Yeah. Of course, bigger is sometimes better, but in our case, when we are minimalistic.
No, you just accumulate more crap, and you need some different kind of storage systems, and it's not good life to us anyway.
But look, this is huge. If somebody sleeps there, it's so far away.
Yeah, and we have a dance floor here. I love our big hallway. It's really huge compared to vans that are narrow
Yes, I had also little doubts about our living in this small box, but as I planned, this worked great.
Yeah, and we did amazing renovation. I'm so proud of looking all this, and I do love the cupboards that they are real wood and not those plastic flimsy things. Usually motorhomes, newer ones, they need to keep everything so lightweighted. Everything becomes very plastic looking.
And that was also the reason why we are trusting that this camper can be on the road for next decades.
Yeah, hopefully.
Because it's so well built. This doesn't need to be replaced. Also the outer shell, it's aluminium, thick aluminium, and it works great. So I don't think we need to replace this camper for a long time.
Yeah, we are really happy.
And that was our plan, to give Sarah a forever home.
Yeah, I have a trouble letting go. So now this is my forever home.